Hey, what's up, guys? Carlo here with another copywriting training. Today I'm gonna teach you exactly how to make your offer memorable. Why? Because why does it matter if someone sees your ad, sees your product, sees your offer, if they don't even remember the offer or they don't even know what you were talking about, right? So we want people to understand as clearly as possible and memorize your offer for the longest period as possible. We all know those catchy songs that we see on the radio, on advertising, that we just can't get out of our minds, right? Those songs, all those ads, all those infomercials that we just can't stop thinking about. Well, that's people doing that to the extreme, doing it in a good way. Obviously, you want to be remembered for a good thing, but today we're gonna focus on how you can do your offer memorable right now in a really easy way. So the first thing you need to know is that images are worth thousands of words. Why? Because as human beings we have been evolving in a way that the visual part is one of the most important parts. It is one of the biggest lobes we have in our brain. Why? Because in order to survive, we needed to see, right? If you saw a tiger first, then he saw you, you're gonna be able to survive, right? To attack the animal first. So it's something that's primal, that it's in our instincts. And also, let's say that I tell you like, okay, make a whole story about this lion, right? When you see it, you got like thousands of inputs in 1 millisecond. Why? Because you can see all the colors, you can see the facial expression, you can see everything in 1 second. So you can tell me like a whole story, like, yeah, he got like scars and the colors and he's the king of the jungle, right? Versus if I tell you like, make a whole story with this word, lion, and that's it. You see the word and that's it. It's an L, an I, an O, and an N, right? You just can imagine some lions that you have seen in your life, but it's something that it's just there, right? Like anything is not gonna be memorable for you versus this image. But if you're thinking about copy, you can make mental images with words. That's the cool part about it, because obviously we will always want to use images. That's why they work. If you see some Facebook ad, Instagram ads, if you see my videos, I use all the visual part as possible, but then you need to make it more memorable with words. So the thing here, guys, is do you want people to read your copy and then imagine themselves, right? Make some mental images. The thing here, guys, that you need to remember that is really important is that our brains are wired to remember the things that are really different. They don't like things that are boring, right? Because if you get bored, you scroll down and you keep going. So there's a place in your brain called Hypercampus, and he is the one that decides what you're gonna remember and what you're not gonna remember. Because it wouldn't be useful to remember what you had for breakfast 3 weeks ago, right? It wouldn't be useful at all. So you need to free up some space in order to be more efficient. So your brain is constantly forgetting stuff and remembering stuff. Like, okay, this is the things that I need to remember for these survival instincts, and these are the things that I can just let go. So the hippocampus likes a lot of things, but the things that he likes the most are things that are different. Why? Because back then, if you were like collecting, let's say, berries, and out of nowhere you saw one that it was really different, it gave you like an alarm, right? Like this instinct, primitive thing of being aware of that thing. Because when something is different, it means that it could be something important for you. That's why we use different colors. That's why we use contrast, right? That's why we write with a white background and you use colors because it's contrasting and it makes it more memorable because it's different. So you may need to make a mental image about stuff that it's different, that it's not normal at all, right? To break their pattern and get people's attention. The other thing is that you need to write some emotions. Just like we saw with the power words, if you write lust, anger, greed, those are one of the most powerful emotions that you can arise with images. So your brain, as long as it picks some of these emotions, is gonna say, okay, this thing is important, I need to remember it. So one thing you could do to arise some mental images is to give some detail, right? We have always have seen people telling you like high details of something. So let's say that you're talking about a shirt. So like, yes, this shirt is just silky smooth, it just feels so soft in my skin, it makes me feel like this, and you're gonna look like this and this and this, and you start giving so much detail and detail. The bad thing about that is that your copy is gonna be so long and you need to be short, concise, and persuasive. So the key here is using power words. If you wanna see the full list of these power words, it's in a PDF down below. It's for free, you don't need to put your email or anything, or just see the previous videos or the infographics that I make in my Instagram account, where you can access all those power words. So the power of power words is that they make a mental image right away, right? If you see, if there's an excitement power word that it's called, that it says jaw dropping, like see this jaw dropping collection, right? And when you hear jaw dropping and when you read jaw dropping, you imagine someone going like this, right? Like, what? Jaw dropping. So you're making a mental image that it's more memorable in the future. So what you need to do, by the way, this is the true power of emojis, right? We have all seen emojis, and why do they work so good? Because you can use them with words and they arise so much things, so much different things, a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions and stuff, that it works so well. So the key here, guys, is having a balance between images and words that arise a mental image. So you need to use some words that arise images in order to people to remember, right? Because it's really different if you tell them like, yes, I'm gonna sell you this red car, right? That if I tell you this flammable red comfortable fast car, right, that it's gonna be all these huge things, I need to make a mental image so you remember it more and you don't fall into the void of other offers, of other social media posts that no one ever sees and remembers. So if you don't believe in this, let's say, why do people see more movies than reading books? Why do people prefer documentaries besides reading books, right? So as copywriters, we need to accept, obviously, that the visual part is really important, but we can also use some mental images that can be more powerful. Why? Because they involve creativity and they involve people making their own images, and there's nothing more powerful than someone making one image. So let's say we're talking about a coffee cup, right? If I tell you like, hey, imagine a coffee cup, and you imagine one that is just white, you're not gonna remember it at all. But if I tell you, imagine a coffee cup that it's huge, that it's from your favorite color, that has the slogan for your favorite brand or your favorite movie or your favorite character printed there, you're gonna remember that cup forever, right? So if you tell them like, yes, imagine grabbing your favorite cup, you imagine what is your favorite cup, right? And that's way more powerful than just giving people an image of a cup, whatever the cup is, right? So the main thing that you need to understand in this video, guys, is the image superiority that you need to create mental images with words that are memorable, because they need to be different to get people's attention, to arise any emotion, or even to be funny. Be something that is memorable. Make a mental image and let people make their own images, because that's way more powerful than just using one image that you found on Google, right? So the main thing here, guys, is to understand the image superiority and how can you create mental images. That's why power words work so well, because when you see them, they make such a mental image and emotion that it's more memorable. So create images with words, guys. That's the main tip for today, guys. If you want to see more of these free trainings in the future, please subscribe down below. If you want to take it to the next level, here's my ebook for crucial copywriting skills down below also. And thanks for watching. See you in the next one.